More ships arrived Friday with sensitive equipment to search for the fuselage of AirAsia Flight 8501 and the more than 145 people still missing since it crashed 5 days ago. Bambang Soelistyo, head of Indonesia's National Search and Rescue Agency, said the search would be stepped up as long as the weather allowed. "We will focus on underwater detection," said Soelistyo, adding ships from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore and the US had been on the scene from before dawn Friday to try to pinpoint the wreckage and the all-important black boxes, the flight data and cockpit voice recorders. The Airbus A320 crashed into the Java Sea on Sunday with 162 people on board. 16 bodies have been recovered so far. 7 were announced Friday morning, 6 of which were found by a US Navy ship, said Suryadi B. Supriyadi, operation coordinator for the National Search and Rescue Agency. 9 planes, many with metal detectors, were also scouring a 8,380 square mile area off Pangkalan Bun, the closest town on Borneo Island to the search area. 2 Japanese ships with 3 helicopters are on their way to the area, Soelistyo said. But he said bad weather, which has hindered the search the last several days, was a worry, with forecasts of rain, strong winds and high waves up to 13 feet until Sunday. The strong sea currents have kept debris moving. He estimated that the fuselage was at a depth of about 80 to 100 feet, and vowed to recover the bodies of our brothers and sisters. Whatever the conditions we face. It's unclear what brought down the plane during its flight from Surabaya to Singapore. It lost contact with air traffic controllers over the Java Sea shortly after the pilots requested a change of flight plan because of weather. So far, an evacuation slide, a life jacket, an emergency side door and some luggage have been recovered. The water is less than 100 feet deep in the area where the objects were found, officials said. There were 155 passengers on board, with 137 adults, 17 children and 1 infant. Also on board were 2 pilots, 4 cabin crews and 1 engineer, according to the airline.